So today's question is the 2021 ordinary level section B, so the core area, so B2, and it's the axonometric projection questions, okay? So it's the life buoy. Basically, it's just working on the chapter out of the book. We've done the ordinary level section in the book, so we're going to do some ordinary level questions before we move into the higher level section in our graphics and design and communications book. All right, so here we have here, I want to set it up. So part A is just setting up the triangle, the two views out from it. Part B is to do the elevation and plan of it. Part C is to do the rectangular base, the base of it in here in axonometric. And part C is to complete the curved portion on top, all right? Basically, it's what we've been doing all along, but they've just broken it down into the 4 parts that they'll mark you on, all right? So, nice and handy, we're doing our Y, X, and Z axis, so 30 degrees either side, and we're going to work from there, all right? Now, just nice and handy picking a point in the middle there. All right, so picking our center point. We're doing the y-axis up here. We're going to the left 30 degrees to the to the x-axis, I should say, and we're going to the right 30 degrees to the z-axis. Now, they wanted 100 wide, so the handiest thing to do is measure horizontally across 50. Drop it down to hit our leg going out there, 30 degree leg on our x-axis, and there you bring it across. That'll give us our 100 here to hit the y-axis. So this is just for your setup. All of this is light now, okay? None of this is heavy, because all this is going to get hidden in a while. So we're going 60 degrees up because it's an equilateral triangle. All right, there we have our setup. Now, that's just a triangle. Now we're going to head off to the right to do our elevation, and we'll go down into plan. So we'll bring our 2 outer portions, or outer parts of that triangle, dropping them down. Okay, now you obviously can bisect the angle, but that's more for higher level. What we're going to do is just send down our y-axis as well, and that'll do the bisections for us. Heading down a little bit there now. Don't worry if you add on a sheet or whatever it may be. So we'll do our little horizontal line down here to set up our half curve here, or semicircle I should say, to get in our plan. So this is going to be where the plan is. Alright, so where it hits here, so where our y-axis dropping down hits this horizontal line, that'll give us our division for our semicircle. Nice and light. Nice and handy then. Where our y-axis comes down and hits this semicircle, we're going to join that out to the corner where it hits here. Nice and light as well. So that's your area for your plan. Now we're heading off, so you go perpendicular to the edge here, out for end view, our elevation, which for us, because it's 60 degrees, we can just go 30 degrees. That's the handy thing about the ordinary level side of it. The setup is all using your 60-30. Alright, and you then are going to do a parallel line out here to this. So 60 degrees again, send it out, parallel line. Alright, same thing that happened before where this hits here. That's the center point of our circle. There you have it there. I'm going to join just like we did below, where this center line hits the circle here, or the arc I should say. That is joining to the outside. Right, so that would be part A done. Now part B, the question is to set up our two views. First things first, it tells us that the width of our object is 25 millimeters. And the length of it, so we're thinking of the curved portion here, it says the radius of the curved portion there is 30. So therefore the full size of that would be 60. Nice and light, we'll set that up just so we can figure it out. Pop it in heavy now. That's the plan. Straightforward and done. Now we'll do the above. Alright, and this is all based now on sliding set source to get this. Okay. So we'll pop out our measurements along the bottom and our measurements up the side that they give us. So our 30 on the left hand side and then popping up 15 again. Gives our center point. Baseline, send that across, and the line with the center point across. Bring this down. Alright, send that up. Now, our center point of our top portion of this life buoy holder, there it is there. So 45 up from the ground, and then the radius of it is 30. You can pop it in heavy as well. Now we can heavy up our outer portions. Alright, and that is your elevation. Alright, so that's part B done. Now what they want is, they want us to get the axonometric projection of the rectangular base without doing this curved portion here, alright? So nice and handy, we're back to our 60-30 set square. So just take it in bite-sized pieces, alright? So those two are brought up. Have that brought down, so that's fine. Let's send these down with it. Alright, so that's the front portion. Now let's bring up these pieces. And anything you need to extend it on up. Get in our heavy areas as well. Alright. So we'll figure out the last few bits in a minute, but so far anyway, that's all they're looking for. That is part C of it. Draw the outline of the box itself. Okay, and the last bit then is do the projection of the semicircle, which is the top portion up here. So this is the only thing that changes and makes it a little bit harder is we need to divide up this, and we need to define the divisions then down here as well. Okay, so this goes back to sliding set squares. And we're going to get our baseline with one set square with our constant. And then from the mid or the center point there, we're just going to go dividing up our circle, 60, 30, like you would any circle there. You have to do it 60, 30 just to get it all even. There we have it divided up. So we'll call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And these points are front and back now as well. Alright, so that's it divided up here. Now we need to find the divisions of it down here. Alright, so you're going to go back to our sliding set squares. There you have it there. Step it back a little bit. What you're going to do is you're going to drop them down to this line here, which will be the diameter area of our circle. You're going to drop down each one. So it's parallel to the outer edge here, back in, dropping them all down. Alright, so there's all our spacing. So what you're going to do then is you're going to get your compass, and from either side, either from number 1 or number 7, doesn't matter which way you work it. So to make it just a little bit easier for me, I'm going from 1 and I'm going to stretch out and get 6, 5 and 4. So I'm going to work in a little bit of reverse. Okay, so stretch it to 1, so that would be 1 there. There's my 4. That is 1, 4 and 7. I'm going to stretch it now to 5. From 1, I'm going to swing to 5. Now, because you divided this 60-30, these spacings, so the spacing between 3 and 4 should be the exact same as 4 to 5. So I'm after swinging on this side. So if I just flip it and use my steel at number 7 and swing the arc on the other side of 4, that will give me 3. I'm going to go to 6 from 1 to 6. That is 6. And I'm going to flip it over with the steel at 7, swing in the direction of 1, and that'll give us 2. Alright. Now, what that'll do is that'll give us our divisions then. So we're going to bring them across so we get them front and back using our 45-degree set square. Just bring them across there to get them on the front and on the back. Alright. Now, nearly there. Taking a bite-sized piece again. So we have one brought down and one brought up anyway. So that's one in the front, one in the back. Now we're going to go to number 2. So we'll bring it up at the front. We'll bring it up at the back. And now we're going to bring it across on the right hand side. There's number 2. And there's number 2. Now you might not see some of the ones at the back. That's okay, we're going to bring them anyway, just to have them found. Bring up number 3. Up number 3. There's number 3. There's number 3. Now you could go down the route of just doing the front portion, then going off and doing the back portion. Nothing against that either. There's 100 ways of doing things. This is just the way I do it. Number 5. Up at the front, up at the back. And last but not least, number 6, up at the front, up at the back, and down from the right. That's the wrong spot, wasn't even watching there, my fault. There's 6. Okay, and then this is 7 and 7. Okay. So again, taking your time. Joining our dots, watching our numbers. This is the front portion. So we'll have to do the front first, just on the basis that some might be hidden. So as you can see, 1 is hidden here. So I'm just going to do it again, but I'm going to do light this time. I'm going to cut off what we don't need in a few minutes. Alright, so I'm just putting a light. We're going to go 30 degrees, because that'll chop that little portion on the roof off there. You can throw that in heavy there. Put that off. Dropping it down to there. Alright, and last but not least, you just have to make sure the inside portion is seen as well. And that's only 2 little lines there, alright, just to get all those marks you can take out. Alright, so that is our ordinary level 2021. Okay, ordinary level there. Okay, section B, question 2.